All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. I'm here in Las Vegas. I started my journey earlier with you guys about a collection. We're working on some deals. And first off, let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, so let's start over here. We got some nice Alpha Duels, very beautiful cards. My favorite one, actually, is Underground Sea and Tundra. I like how the Tundra has a nice, I don't know, it's much more crisp. I don't know if you guys see that. Like, it's more crisp. Yeah, there you go. Very crisp and clean versus the typical, revised Tundra. Like, seriously, pull out your revised Tundras and do some comparison. All right, so I do have a cool thing to show you guys. This particular Arabian's lot completes a set for a fellow collector. And I will say, you crazy people out there purchasing Repetitive Blacksmith of all cards. Where is this? This thing. I don't know if you guys have seen on eBay or online, but these are all sold out at all the vendors. And they're essentially they're like $50, some of them. It's absolutely insanity. There's ones that are like the Old Man of Sea. You guys have figured it out. Rudy has a trillion of them now, and it's insane. What are you guys thinking about Juzam? Is that the next card to spike? I think that's pretty possible. Man, this guy looks really... Who is this guy who's being... It looks like a little jester guy or something. Absolutely crazy. One of my favorite cards. Okay, another cool thing, by the way, side note, the Guardian Beast guys, if you guys haven't figured this out for old school Magic, what happens with old school Magic and Guardian Beast is that actually the card provides indestructible for the artifacts. So actually, I'm actually incorrect with this card. It should not stay here because it only does it for non-creatures. But assuming that Guardian Beast stays around, there's any artifact related item that is not a creature will basically come back. Or I'm sorry, you can't destroy it. So if you play Neville's Disc and you blow up Guardian Beast and obviously they try to blow up the artifacts actually stay. So this card has actually spiked like crazy. It's gone to ridiculous heights, upwards of almost $400 plus. It's one of the most popular cards out there. I mean, I love using this card. And the most important combo for this is Chaos Orb. If you put Chaos Orb with it, you can bring the Chaos Orb back tapped and use it next turn. It's absolutely retarded if you use Copy Artifact on the Chaos Orb. You're going to have so many Chaos Orbs, and the opponent is pretty much mana screwed for the rest of your life. All right, so let's go back to the main part of the video. I want to share with you guys, there is a PSA 8 Badlands. Take a look at this guy. Main reason why I want to show you this card, let's zoom in, is the collector wants me to break it out of the case. Okay, so I don't know if I've ever done this on camera for anybody, so I'm going to do it for a one-time shot. How do you break a PSA card out of the case? Let's go take a look. I'm taking a seat here. All right, so first thing to do is two things. One is for PSA cases, they actually are very simple to do because the cases are a lot more flimsy. So most important thing is I just will crack a small piece here, and then I will use a flathead and just kind of slightly pull up. PSA cases are so easy to break. You can almost do it within like a second or two sometimes. The Beckett ones, if I had a Beckett one, it would actually be very, very, very difficult sometimes because they're so tight. Hence, I think a lot of people don't like the PSA case because they're so thin, such like that. So this particular collector wants to play with the cards. Thus, you see, you have one of each dual land. It's a very special moment. So we just want to get this moment on camera because this particular card will help complete almost all the dual lands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only need 2 more. So Plateau and Taiga. So for you Kurt 8 players, that's probably the last card because I hate that card. It always kills me. All right, let's do it, guys. So this is some pliers. This is, I don't even use this. I use more of the pointed ones that are smaller wire pliers because I grasp this part right here with the wire pliers, okay? So by having the peacock, my little kind of like a beak, thinner beak, you'll grip the plastic quicker. So let me just test this, see how, I'll even do a couple sides for it. So, okay, well, Jesus, sorry to you people who are Christians, I just screwed that up. But look, I didn't screw it up. Look how fast that was. So be very careful, guys, because that was so strong. I could have easily ripped this card out and like literally ruined the card. So with the PSA case, if you go too hard, or even with Beckett sometimes, you will damage the card. This is very scary. I've actually done this with a couple cards. All right, so let me show you one more time on this side. I normally don't do 2 sides, but I'll do it for you guys. Okay, so this is going to be very strong. Okay, that was weak. That was a granny shot level. Oops. Okay, anyway, the reason why is I think my I'm a righty and the leverage is better on this side. Okay, anyway, so let's do the flathead. All right, so what I always do is I always do the right hand because I'm a right-handed. Because you see how the flow. Now, this is the very, very important part. If you push this thing down, listen carefully. If you don't put your hand down here and you push this thing down and you think you're just like Muscle Man USA, you will literally slide this flathead onto the card and damage it. I've done it actually with some cards in the past, and I literally just almost puked because some of them were expensive. So don't forget that. Okay, so all I'm going to do for beginners is I'm going to put it on the edge here, and I'm going to kind of get in there slightly. Okay, see how it's in there? Then I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to just twist, just slow. See that? See that? Yeah. Okay, so by twisting, I'm just leveraging the top now like that. I've essentially allowed these 2 parts to go up. Now that I'm in, I do not, that's what she said, in. That's why you do not want to aim in this direction. This point is very simple. All you have to do is just lift up slightly like this. That's it. There you go. So a perfect example is this case should be a perfect off. If you've messed this thing up, essentially, you basically dug too deep. You were too crazy, you're pissed at someone playing Magic, whatever. All right, so next step is I just put this down like that, and I take the perfect fit, like so, and I sleeve it up. Now, I will say something about perfect fits. Perfect fits are not the things that I use because of these are actually really nice because they put a gap in the card. But there's some perfect fits, be warned, that actually, let me put the card down now it's all together. There are some perfect fits that actually are too tight. So if you perfect fit these cards and they're just like squeezing the cards too much, you'll notice they'll start slightly bending, and you're jamming the cards inside the actual sleeves themselves for your deck, you will screw up your cards so bad, you have no idea. The other problem why I don't like perfect fits is because what happens is if you actually want to take the cards out, some people mess this up. So let me just show like a rainbow roof. I'm going to put in the perfect fit this direction, okay? Nice and slow. Okay, it's nice and slow. But watch what happens. Some people lift this up, they'll nick the card. So the correct method to do perfect fit on a tight perfect fit is, see my thing, you hold this lightly, really light, very light pushback. And then thumb in, Nice and slow. Now, I'm not pressing, I'm not bending. If you do any of that, that means your perfect fit is way too tight. At this point, it's a nice, easy out. You know what? It's going to take some practice. I would take some basic lands, but guys, it's going to take, one more time, it's going to take some practice, and I would not, see this part I'm bending? You do not want to bend the card. Now, your thumb here does not press up and cause a bend. It would literally mess up your card. All right, guys. Hey, I wanted to thank the collector that I'm meeting here and also all the fans who've watched the show. Just for privacy, the collector wants to be private, but I think you guys will really appreciate. I think this collector really, it's been a lifelong dream to own some original alpha duels. Not beta, no offense to beta collectors, but alpha is, the original. And it's so special to own something so iconic. And I'm very honored to be able to sell these cards and to be a part of this collector's journey. And I think you have to appreciate that. People have worked really hard in their lives to earn the money, to have the opportunity to blessed to have the money to finally buy that. It's kind of like a bucket list item, I think, as a Magic player to own alpha duels, and I want to congratulate that collector. So guys, thanks again for watching, and you guys have a great day. Take care.